What's going on, SOS? How are you? What's going on, people out there on Facebook, people out there on Twitter, YouTube, D Live, Twitch? Thank you so much for joining in. I appreciate you. Hey, 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 Miss SOS. Boy, do we have some sweet lips for you tonight. Yes, we do. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the 411 podcast. It's Saturday, the 16th. Crazy, right? Crazy, crazy, crazy that we're here. I'm so thankful to be here, but time keeps flowing on, and we just doing the thing. And I'm so thankful to be here. So yes, I got a very special package from my friend Neek from Coral Nails. What's going on, Bethany? How are you doing out there? So I'm going to go ahead and open that up. But unfortunately, my guest, she got caught up today at an engagement before tonight. So apparently, she will not be on tonight. So we're going to turn this into a freestyle session, but that's okay because we're going to start off with, something special that I got in the mail. So I got a package. I want to say what's up to Miss Neek from Coral Nails. Make sure you turn it up the right way so y'all can see. Yes, yes. Go ahead and text me SOS, and once we get through this stuff here, we will go ahead and get you up here. So yes, I'm so excited about this, and it's actually kind of Miyoho. It's very mystical SOS that you came in here tonight because I have a very important question to ask you once you come up here. So let me open up this package first from my girl Neek from Coral Nails, and y'all can check her out at www.shopcoral.com. She's based out of Virginia, shopcoral.com. So every package is going to come with, a nice little business card with some goodies in there. I like that. I like how she has this set up. So y'all can see the back. I like how that's all set up. What's going on, Will? We are actually talking about his wife here. So this is her business. And again, y'all can check her out at www.shopcoral.com. So we were speaking because everyone wants to know, what type of lip gloss and stuff that I wear. SOS called me Sweet Lips. So, I try to be consistent with it. And so this is the package that Miss Neek from Coral Nails. So now we're going to get all into this little by little over a period of time. The packaging is on point. I love it. What's going on, Will? So inside here, we got Shea Butter Lip Gloss. That's what's up. We got, what else we got here? Honey. And anything with lip gloss has to be clear for me. So I love that she has all of these different ones that are clear, and I have so many different ones to choose for. Mint oil, that's real nice. This definitely has to be on point. Vitamin E, that's always good for your skin, lips, keep your moisture levels on point. That's what's up. I like that. This is exciting. Let's see here. Coconut oil. You gotta have a coconut oil. Yeah. Argan oil, that's what's up. Now I have not seen any lip gloss that was argan oil base. Yeah, this is right. And then let me make. Oh, I've seen this before. This is actually the second lip gloss slash chapstick that I've seen. Rosehip oil. I definitely have used this in the past for a different brand, so this is great. And then the last one that we got here. Oh, yeah. This has to be on point. Mango butter. Now, this is my favorite. So I actually like the real mango butter over using cocoa butter. So if I had to choose, yeah, I definitely would use mango butter over shea butter and cocoa butter. So I'm going to put everything up for 1 second because I definitely want to test that one out and see what it smells like. So thank you so much, Neek from Coral Nails. She's out there now at Coral Nails on Instagram. And again, you can check out all of the wonderful products that she has at shopcoralnails.com. And this is not the last that you have heard from shopcoralnails.com because we definitely are going to be speaking more about that as we fold into this holiday season. So let me get into, I have to undo something. I'm sitting here trying to move so fast, but I don't know if I'll be able to open this right now, but I definitely will give you an update on this mango butter because I'm real interested in it. But you know what? Give me a second because I'm going to try to figure this thing out. I think I got it. All right, I got it. Have to get that plastic off first. Yeah, I had to get this plastic off. Now let's see what we got going on here. hmm Oh yeah. hmm Oh yeah, this is some real stuff here. Yeah. Shopcoralnails.com. Thank you so much. Check out this mango butter. Mango butter, lip oil, hydrates skin, softens skin, contains multivitamins. Oh yeah, that's what's up. So now, thank you so much, Neek from Coral Nails. Appreciate that. So I want to get into the song of the day. I really love this song. I really love this genre of music. Um, I remember when I first heard it, it just took me to a whole different place. And you got to be in a very special place to listen to this artist here. So the song is No Such Thing by John Mayer, released in 1999 off of his album Inside Wants Out. So is there anybody out there who is a fan of John Mayer? He has so many different hits, but the first one, no such thing that I've ever heard of. That's the first one that I heard. And who wants to run through the halls of their high school? Who wants to scream at the top of their lungs? Sometimes it just be like that. And happy birthday to John Mayer. I love it. It's great. And we got Miss SOS going to be coming in soon to speak to me since my guest Yvonne cannot be in tonight. But again, I want to give a very, very, very special shout out to a few people who support the 411 podcast. Julene was on the other night, and that was a great conversation. She has a podcast called It Goes Down in the PM. So if y'all want to go ahead and watch that replay, I highly recommend it. She basically, talked about her stint that she did in the armed forces, and talked about mental illness issues. We spoke about, veterans care after they come back from war. We just went into a whole bunch of different things. So really, really, really take a look at that replay. I had no idea that she's a veteran. I had no idea that she served time. I just didn't know. So we took it there and, watched that replay. Also, watch Reading Between the Wines with my co-host, the whiskey drinking, crazy thinking, shit talking, and I am walking Mrs. All in the Cars with Kathy. Go ahead and watch that replay again. Victoria Kamani, thank you so much. Master's True Podcast, Seduction Spot. Thank you so much for the love today. It's Saturday love. I appreciate it. Brenda from Shop Glam and Bougie Collections. She was on as well. Go ahead and watch that replay. Miss Rebel Jewel. And of course, Bethany, I see you out there. Thank you so much. My brother Nate Perry, Kay Cole, Joy Riley. Thank you so much. And of course, Miss SOS. We're getting ready to call her soon. So thank you so much. And again, people on Facebook, I appreciate you. I don't know what the hell was going on Facebook, but something was clicked wrong and the videos weren't playing right. And I always wonder why people say, hey, I clicked on the link and I can't see it. Well, I figured it out. So we got that fixed on Facebook. That's good. Instagram, we've been rocking without any issues, any drama. Thank you so much to people out there on Instagram. I appreciate that. My cousin out there, smiling back, Dark Knight, Ghost Whisperer. I got so many names I can't even think of it. I spent some time with her yesterday. I think I was up until like 2 a.m. last night and woke up today feeling just great and just fine. We went to go see that Halloween movie. She said she wasn't scared, but deep down on the inside, I know she was scared. But I'll tell you one thing. I know I wasn't walking in that dark by myself after watching that damn movie. I'll tell you that. So thank you to my cousins for the ride because I appreciate that because otherwise I wouldn't have been walking in the dark. I would have been running in the damn dark. I'll tell you that. It's that much. I love all of the spooky stuff around Halloween time. But, like I said, when I was a kid, it started with Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, and of course Halloween. For some reason, this shit would scare me half to death, but I'd be the first one signing up watching it. So after I got done with that movie, I was like, okay, now we know what we're getting ready to go through. Mentally, we know what we're getting ready to go through because we took it there. So whatever. But yeah, it was real fun. TikTok. Shout out to people on TikTok. I can never see who's out there, but people are out there. Thank you. We're doing all right. No issues there. Thank you so much to Neek for getting me banned for so-called hate messages. But I think that TikTok was just secretly hating, but that's all right because they threw me off of there once before. So we're going to try our best to keep it as clean as possible, but there are disclaimers on every other platform out here. We have it on Instagram. We have it on Facebook. We have it on Twitter, which Twitter is a whole nother story. The 4-in-1 podcast is the least of Twitter's concerns. Half the stuff you see on there. YouTube, there's a disclaimer. I even have it on D Live and Twitch to where if you click the button, there's a disclaimer that says this is for mature audiences. So whatever. Again, Twitter people out there, thank you for watching the replays. I'm noticing that things are happening there. YouTube, thankful for everything that's going on there. We've had no issues for the past couple months with the replays, so that's great. And I'm very excited to announce that D Live has actually made me an affiliate. So we're able to actually do some different things on D Live. So this is the first social media platform to actually, really show me some love the right way. So we're doing big things on D Live. So thank you so much to the people out there on D Live. I really do appreciate that. And of course, Twitch, go ahead and support. watch some videos at Laren Gaines. And again, thank you all so much. I can't even believe that, we're here doing this the way that we're doing it, but we keep doing it. And I'm very thankful. Gotta tell you, I'm real thankful. So now to recap from the last show that we did. When it comes to your support system, who has hurt you the most? Is it going to be your friends or is it going to be your family? So what's going on with that? When it comes to your support system, and we all have different, some people go to our friends when they need to lean on somebody. Others, go straight to family. But who has hurt you the most when it comes to that? Friends or is it your family? What's going on, Nene? How you doing? What's up? Welcome to the 411. Now tonight is the night where you can request me. If you're ready, go ahead and request. We're going to go ahead and get Miss SOS up here pretty soon. Thank you all so much, Instagram. I see you out there tonight. I appreciate it. I appreciate every single one of y'all tonight, man. I really do. Miss Yvonne could not be in the building tonight. She got caught up in another function. But I respect the professionalism. That's one thing that I like about the true people who knows what's going on. Give me 1 second. We just had a little issue up in here. I'm sitting here running my mouth and we had an issue with something. But the professionalism, people who reach out and say, hey, Laren, what's up? Can't believe this has happened. It is what it is. But, this is what's going on. You give me a heads up versus some of the people who, they got their own little hidden agendas and they come on here sometimes and they want to use the 411 podcast as a way for, free advertisement or whatever. And, that type of stuff I don't appreciate. But when people come up to me and say, hey, this is what's going on, can't make it tonight, and they give me a heads up and we keep it professional, that's what's up. I like that. So, once everything is cool, Miss Yvonne will be back. But right now she got something going on. And that's okay because we just do freestyle sessions and we open it up and we're going to have some great conversation. So let's see what we got going on here tonight. Miss Carol, what's going on?
Sweet lit.
Hey, what's up? What's going on? How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. It's a quiet night.
It is. It is. It's pretty quiet. It was pretty mellow today. Everything was good. I just want to read this comment. Smiling Back says, I would say friends, but I have learned to keep friendships at waistline arm's length, what have you. I definitely appreciate my family's input and output concerns and so forth and so on. That was a real nice comment there. I like that. So you said it's a quiet night. What did you do today?
Nothing. I'm here babysitting my grand dog.
Darla, right?
Yes.
And Darla's very special. You want to know why?
Because
the man that I am today, I really don't mess with pets too much. But Darla is interesting to the fact where I still know her name.
Oh, that's so sweet. She really is such a great dog and well behaved.
That's good. I mean, it's to the point where I go for my daily walks. I walk about anywhere between an hour or 2 hours. These people with their pets, they always want them to come up to me. And the dogs, I'll be trying to give them a look like, stay away from me because I'm not really feeling you. And I got to try to put on a fake smile and stuff for people. But some pets are well behaved. And the ones that actually sit and will allow you to approach them, those are the ones that are, a little more friendly to. But the ones that be jumping and the owners are pulling them back, not even really pulling them back, just letting them come all up on you, I got a problem with that.
Uh-oh, did you go out?
No, I'm still here.
Oh,
We hear
okay.
we hear you loud and clear.
Okay, good, good.
So do you let Darla jump all up on people?
No, she really doesn't do that. And if she did, I would tell her no, not to do that.
So she's training. See, that's what it's about, training the
Yeah,
dogs properly.
yeah. But she does get excited though, so just let me say that. I think, especially with people that she's familiar with,
Mm-hmm.
because she loves attention. I guess most animals do though.
Mm-hmm.
But she's not rude. Like when we're eating dinner, she's not allowed to
Oh.
come near the table and watch us eat. If I give her that look, that black mother look,
Mm-hmm.
when you was looking at your children, she
Mm-hmm.
put her head down and take her ass right around the corner where she's supposed to be.
Well, that means that she's been trained properly. That's the key.
That's
Um,
right.
a lot of people that get these pets, they don't. First of all, people who get let me rewind this. Majority of the people who get pets aren't even trained themselves. So how you going to train an animal?
Yeah.
So that's the first thing. But yeah, all of that begging and stuff. Oh, I don't like that. When you're sitting
Mm-mm.
there eating and a dog is sitting there begging and howling and carrying on, oh, that's a problem.
And howling.
Yeah, I mean, I've had dogs howl, lick their damn chops, and all that little, that little whine.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I got a problem with that. I'm
Mm-hmm.
sitting here eating. Carol says, I'm sad today. I'm giving away one of my dogs. I can't keep him. Oh,
I know.
that's
So
sad.
sad. Right?
I did see you
Mm.
post something about that. Is that the same dog, the white fluffy dog? I think I saw something on Facebook about that. I think I would eventually volunteer for a animal shelter in the future. I definitely could do
Get
that.
out of
I
here.
could do that because guess
Look
what?
at you.
You want to know why? Because I get to go home and I don't take the dogs with me.
Well, that's true. That's nice, man. That's
Yeah,
sweet.
I'm not saying that I
Yeah.
don't like pets, but I did have a bad experience for several years
Yeah.
that made me, second guess. But yeah, I wanted to always work in a pet store when I was a little kid.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what they say: be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it.
Holy moly. Okay. That's what I'm saying.
You just might get it.
Hmm. So let me say something, because um, you're looking good tonight. What color is that sweater? Is that like a gray or something?
It's actually like a blue, but I've
Is it
noticed.
really?
Yeah, it's like a blue. Thank you. But I noticed that some of these cameras they change colors. Certain things will look one way in one camera, and then the other looks totally different. So yeah, it's
Yeah.
blue.
You be looking hot these days. What are you doing?
Well, thank you so much. I basically stay prayed up. I'm very thankful.
Is that what it is?
I try my best to just be
Mhm.
very humble. And actually, you know what it is? I think a lot of the stress that I used to have in my life is no more. So that definitely has helped.
Yeah. I think you're gonna have to take some extra insurance out on those lips, though, boy.
Oh, that's what I want to talk to you about. So,
Oh, okay.
because I have so many different types of lip care that I use,
Mhm.
from the cocoa butter to stuff like this from Neek and Karma's Paradise as well. The list goes on and on and on. Even some of the national brands that I use. And I know you always call me Sweet Lips, right?
Uh huh.
So, I was sitting here thinking that, I really want to find a way to give back because, people always want to know what am I wearing or how do I get my lips the way I do. So I'm
Mhm.
thinking partnering with some of the people that I love, like Coral Nails and a couple other different ones out there. I'm going to come up with a little gift box. And guess what the box is going to be called?
Sweet lips.
Yes. And it's going to be a combination of several different lip care products that I use.
Oh, that's great.
Now I don't know when this is gonna come, but Sweet Lips is gonna come, and I definitely want to partner with you on a couple different things, and so yeah, we definitely have some work to do.
Oh my God, I'm so happy. That's great.
Yes, we have so many other different things to do before then, but I um, definitely before next year this time, we'll give a little nice little gift box. I'm thinking like almost like the little. I'm not gonna say too much, but it'll be a nice little
Yeah.
container. Yeah, because next thing you know, somebody else will have it, and it'll be called Sweet Lips. And if it does happen, then we already know where it came from.
Yeah. But there's only one pair of sweet lips, so we know that.
Oh, and speaking of which, when it's only one, I am so thankful for my grandmother. Thank you so much for speaking to me. What was it, maybe about 4 months ago? And I was concerned about something. I was going through a rough time. And she told
Mm-hmm.
me, don't worry about it. She said, because what God has for you is for you. And no matter what
Mm-hmm.
anybody tries to do, whether they try to duplicate, I'll use the word replicate, don't worry about it. If they try to steal something or take something from you, don't worry about it, because what God has for you is for you. And when I tell you that those words were so true and they resonated with me, I really stopped worrying about what other people think, what other people come to do, because, like she said, what He has for me is for me, just like what He has for
Mm-hmm.
you is for you. And no one can take away what has already been destined and, what's already been written. It can't happen.
And that's very true.
And after that, I stopped worrying about so many things, and things just started to fall into place. And that's why, when it comes to stressing and worrying about stuff, everyone out there listening, you really don't have to. We're not supposed to anyway. It's written. That's written for us to know as well. You know.
Yeah, exactly. It's like your DNA is your own DNA. No one has, DNA like you. You know
Mm,
what I mean? I mean, you can look like your mom and you can look like your dad, but your DNA is your DNA.
mm. Yes, that is so very true.
Yeah. So it's only one layer.
Uh, you know, when people who are, I guess the word is when they don't know who they are, when they're insecure, that's when you
Hmm.
start to have a problem, and you'll be pointing fingers, and you're trying to take this, you're trying to do this, you're trying to do that. Or the classic, you're trying to take my man or you're trying to take my girl. You can't, nobody can't take something away from you if it's really supposed to be yours. So if they were able to take them away, F it. They were never yours to begin with, right?
Yeah. Or either maybe your time was done.
Oh, that
Maybe
is
your
so
time
very
was
true.
over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See, we get that all mixed up too, because when the time is done, some of us, we just want to stay and we want to linger. I know. I know what it's like. Hell, yesterday I was thinking, oh, shoot, should I turn this car left or should I go right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's like, it happens all the time. Like, but you just got to make that decision to do the right thing.
Yeah.
Because,
I want to say something, and it really doesn't have much to do with what we're talking about, but
mm-hmm,
kind of. So when people, well, I guess it does kind of. When people say that, uh, men don't leave their wives, you know what I mean? If they're having like an extra marital affair, yes, they do. They do.
you said they don't lead. Oh, you mean
No,
don't
they
lead.
do. When people
Mm.
say, because I hear that a lot, like, well, a man's not going to leave his wife. Yes, he will.
It's, I know what you're saying. It's very rare, I would guess.
It's rare,
Yeah.
but he will.
It's so, here we go. It's so miyoho. It's so mystical that you're saying that. And because the burning question that I had for everybody tonight was, what would you do if you found out that your spouse was messaging, another man or woman, whoever? Not that there was anything sexual or anything that you caught. You just had no idea who this person is, and you don't know why your spouse didn't tell you about him. Would you be upset if you found out that he was messaging another woman and you didn't know her name, you didn't know what's going on, and this little conversation or whatever they had going on has been going on for some time?
I would have to say, if he wasn't acting strange about it, or going in certain places to text, or taking his phone everywhere,
Mm-hmm.
then that might be a cause for alarm. But I'm not quick to get pissed off about things like that. You know what I mean? I don't know. So, I mean, I'm going to, it's not like I'm going to ignore it, but I'm just saying that it's not going to piss me off right away.
See,
I don't know.
I got a issue with friends that I don't know about. This was when I was in a situation. I had a problem with
What?
friends that I don't know about. Like, I don't know this person. How come I don't know this person? And then that gets my mind to start to think and wonder about certain things. Now, the question is, what would I do today? I think if something like that happened and I still had those feelings of, I don't know who this person is and I got a problem, I think that I probably would, A, shut my mouth and not say anything, which would probably lead to maybe me texting somebody that you don't know about. Could be that. Or I just say F it and end it right away. Because if you're not being truthful about that, what else we got going on?
Well, you can always approach your partner or significant other, and
But back to the thing where you said maybe this time is done. I'm
yes.
so big on that right now. Like, sometimes those are the lessons where you basically are like, all right, that was the lesson. You should have stopped it right then. Because one thing that I've learned, and it's happened to me twice, is that when you tell somebody you don't like something, some people are real good at stopping stuff and covering it up just so that they can pacify you.
Yeah.
And they might actually go along with it. They might try their damnedest to be like, all right, I want to try to work with this person. I want to try to do what Laram wants me to do because, I think I'm in love with him. They try it. But then, people take each other for granted. This is life. It is what it is. You get lazy. And then they're like, oh, fuck it. I remember when I used to do this and I used to do that. Let me go back and do it. It starts with a simple text message. Then that text message starts with, oops, somebody sent me a picture. Oh, I'm in a relationship. I can't. Or, oh, I'm married. I can't. You can meet me here for about like 30 minutes before you go home. Nobody's going to say anything. Then after that, one thing leads to another. And the next thing you know, you got a full blown out emotional affair going on. Then after that, if hell, it's emotional and I feel like I want to leave my spouse or I don't even want to sleep with my spouse because I'm trying to sleep with you, there you go. Does that sound familiar to anybody out there? Does it sound familiar to anybody out there?
Yes, it sounds familiar.
But again, if these things happen, people, we have to be so in tune with ourselves and know who we are that if it happens, we just have to say thank you. It's nothing but a blessing. Because somebody else is out there. If you're supposed to meet 10 people in your lifetime and you only get to half of them because you've been too busy bumping your heads and spinning wheels with this jackass that you should have let go, 6 months ago. Every time you sit there and spin those wheels, those 10 people that you're supposed to meet in your lifetime, time is running out. You're getting older. Now you're cutting your destiny short, and you may not even meet the person that you're supposed to meet because you're too busy wasting time with this other person.
Mhm. Exactly.
And that's exactly why I didn't turn left yet last night. That is
Mhm.
exactly why I
Mhm.
did not.
Wow. Good for you.
Yeah, I delete numbers out of my phone because the temptation sometimes just gets too strong. Hey, it is what it is. What do you say? Those are those you said karmic or whatever you call it?
Mhm. Karmic relationships. Yeah. Yeah.
Mm,
And we all have karmic relationships. I mean, people come into your lives for a reason or a season, and with the karmic relationships, they can get really ugly and nasty sometimes. It's not. It can, some of them can be okay, but for the most part, I just think that it's somebody that you have something with from your past life or from the past, and maybe you didn't finish something in the past life and now you're here to do it now, and it can just be a mess. But
mm,
you just hope that it's not going to linger forever, because you might get the lesson, but it doesn't necessarily mean that your karmic person gets the
mm,
lesson. So when they don't get the lesson, it just goes on and on and on. You need to do something to try to cut that cord, because both of you guys hopefully will be on the same page. But when one doesn't want to
mm,
let go, it becomes a problem energetically.
mm. Yeah, I just talk real nasty and real greasy to people, and they will never speak to me again. What I will like some people. Okay, so the last situation that I had, every 3 weeks, are you seeing somebody? And I'd be like, no. And then all of a sudden, this whole thing starts all over again. And then only to find out, son of a bitch, I know that this is the reason why I ended it in the first place. So then the last time I said, oh, this shit is not gonna happen again. And
Yeah.
not that I did it on purpose, but I was like, let me see, let me see if I really show you how I really know how to use this mouth. And not in that type of way, but let
Yeah.
me really show you who I am. And yep, that's all it took. Blocked me on all type of social media, deleted me and everything. And I was like, good, because I don't want to hear no shit, a couple weeks from now, or you seeing anybody after we go round and round and round in a circle. No, I'm not seeing anybody. I wouldn't tell you anyway.
You know, Not that I'm dating, God knows. When was the last time I went out on a date? But these are thoughts that I think in my head sometimes, since I have so much time on my hands right now. But, I think the next person that I do meet, it's going to be like me walking into a classroom. Because when you walk into a classroom, you're not really sure how the lesson's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
You know what the lesson is about, but you just don't know what the outcome is going to be.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just how I'm going to take it from now on. I'll just, go into this relationship as if I'm going into one of my classrooms, and I just have to see, what becomes of it, or what lesson I'm going to get out of it without putting too much into it. Do you know what I'm saying?
You know what I basically live in a moment, take it one day at a time. And
Exactly.
hey, listen, if you keep waking up every single day and living, your day as if it was your last day, and
Mm-hmm.
that person keeps showing up time after time, next thing you know, 3 months rolls by and everything's cool. 6 months rolls by, next thing you know, you got it. And that might be the person that you're supposed to be with. But one thing that I've learned is to stop talking so damn much. Let these people
Yeah.
show you who they really are. Every time I used to go on a date, I always used to be the one who used to sit there and tell you every damn thing. I am
Mhm.
sitting down and I am shutting up because I want you to tell me every single thing about you that I need to know. Because if you listen long enough, somebody's going to tell on themselves eventually.
Oh,
And
pretty much they will. You'll catch the red flag. You may even feel the red flag before they even say anything.
oh yeah,
You'll
and
feel it.
what you need to know is that that person that shows up on that date, don't trust
Mhm.
that person
Mhm.
because that is just an act. Everybody puts on an act. Don't be fronting like you don't do it when you get ready to go out on your date and
Mhm.
you doing this and you doing that and you show up and you're it's an act. It is what it is. I want to see you 6 months from now. I want to see what you
Mhm.
look like when you wake up in the morning. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
That's the real person. And that person usually shows up about 6 months into it. Anywhere between
Yeah.
3 and 6 months, that person shows up.
Have you ever been on a date before? And you probably have. Have you ever been on a date before? And I mean, the person doesn't know you, so naturally, they're just having a conversation, and they don't know what's going to be a trigger for you or what's not going to be a trigger. But the moment that you guys sit down, you get into a conversation, and boom, that trigger comes because they said something stupid. Like, how do you react to it? They said
Mm,
something that triggered you, and you'd be like, "Oh shit."
I People usually can tell by my face and my body. Yeah,
Me too.
and my body language or whatever. Like they'll know that if we're never seeing each other again. Like, sorry, you done said something. I'm done. Good night. What?
I'm laughing at Miss
Mine
Callie.
mine showed up in six weeks. He had false teeth. Mm. Now and now what did
That
you
is hilarious.
and now what did you think about that? Was that a done deal because he had false teeth or no? Um, Smiling back says, "Oh," and they try to change it up or switch it up to some other shit. Yes, they do.
Wow. I don't know how to react to that one though. Nene is cracking up.
I mean, I've seen some people who have some nice, pretty teeth. They look very perfect. It was
Yeah.
shocking. So, was that like a deal breaker? Were you done because of that?
She says it was shocking. I would be shocked too.
How about this? Working with your significant other, is that a good idea or is that a bad idea? Remember back in the day when you were in school and you would ask somebody, "Do you like me? Yes or no?" Circle one. So, when it comes to working, having a career with your significant other, yes or no?
I'm not sure.
I'm going to answer it for you.
Okay.
Hell no. I got enough of seeing your ass at home. What the hell I want to sit here and go to work and deal with you too? And then you're going to be all up in my business, worrying about who's talking to me, because I know damn well I'm going to be all up in your business, like who the hell's talking to you. And I don't want that extra stress. I don't want that extra nonsense. I don't even want to worry about that. So the answer is no. And if you do something at work to piss me off, trust and believe that when we go home, you're probably going it's probably going to trickle at home.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, like
It
that.
makes sense. Yeah.
Such a
Well, just think about the couples who sing together, though. My God, what about that?
You mean sing together?
Yeah, I mean, couples, Ashford and Simpson. Well,
Did that
I mean, people, I'm just saying, Ashford and Simpson. Well, He's not living, I know, but I'm just saying all of these duos who
I
are
don't think that
married.
that I don't think that that's I don't think that works well. I think we only see what they want us to see.
Yeah,
I
that's
don't think
true.
that anything like entertainment and stuff like that. I know um, another person was on a couple weeks ago talking about how him and his significant other works very well because she's a an artist and he's a rapper. I said that that was a recipe for disaster. I don't think that
Mm,
that's a good idea,
mm.
but that's my own personal opinion.
And maybe they've made certain rules for themselves, Mickey and Gerald, yeah. Um,
That wasn't good either. They didn't really have a good situation with that neither.
mm, that's what Nene said, Mickey and Gerald.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Shout out to Mickey Howard.
Yeah, shout out to Mickey. But you're probably right, Laren. Shit.
It's cute in the
Uh-uh.
beginning.
Yeah.
I remember when people would try to talk to the person that I was talking to
Uh-huh.
at work, because you see people do slick stuff. You turn a corner and you see somebody, you know, looking or saying something. Then it made me feel
Uh-huh.
a certain way about this person at work that had my significant other had not been working there, then I wouldn't have had that situation with that person.
Uh-huh.
So that kind of stuff, you know, is a problem.
Uh-huh.
Because I used to be a very, 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 very jealous type person. And I think that was the downfall of most of my relationships is because I had a problem. I didn't want nobody looking. Don't even breathe over in this direction or it's going to be a problem.
Uh-huh. That must be the Sagittarius in your hot butt.
I don't know what it is, but I hope that all of that stuff is gone. Um, I know it is because I had something happen recently and I was like, oh, I don't give a shit. Like, go ahead, see ya. I was,
Wow.
which is maybe it's just because of half of the stuff that I've been through, but which is cool too because that's what it's meant to do, teach me a lesson. But man, I don't get excited over things like that anymore.
Yeah. Isn't that amazing?
I never thought that I'd be to this point. I always thought that I would continue to live my life being crazy, acting like Jasmine Sullivan, busting windows out of cars and stuff. But
Lord have mercy.
thank God that's over.
Mm-hmm.
Now, have you ever done anything crazy like that?
Hurt somebody's car?
That may not necessarily hurt somebody's car, but
Oh.
really overreacted to a point where it was not right.
Well, in the moment, I thought it was right, but
Okay, so you have.
well, when I was overseas with my ex-husband,
Hmm.
and at that point, the marriage was already over, but he was becoming pretty cocky about his behavior, and he was talking to her on the phone, and I could hear her voice coming through the phone, and we lived in a very nice condominium there, and so in the hallway it echoes, right?
Hmm.
And our apartment, we had a front door and we had a back door, for help to come in. I know
Hmm.
it sounds weird, but that's how it was set up. And so he was back in that part of the condo talking where the other door is. And and through it, but it
Mm.
made so much noise in the hallway, you know. Um, I think that was probably one time that I was like really, really angry. Um, it didn't hurt anything, but you know, I don't
Mm.
know.
Now,
Yeah.
That's
She
crazy.
said burned his clothes.
Yeah, we
Oh
got some
Lord, that's
we got some Lisa Left Eye Lopez stuff going on here. Burned his clothes and then smiling back said I had my brake lines cut. Um, that's crazy.
wow.
I almost got
Yeah.
ran over. I almost got backed over in a van.
What?
Yeah, I almost got backed over. The person didn't give a shit about me, and they put that bitch in reverse and said, "Listen, I'm tired of you." And I'm not saying that I was the best, because I know, like I said, y'all know, been watching for a while. Y'all know I could be a piece of work based off of the stories I told you. So I'm not saying that I didn't deserve to be back the hell over. But I'll tell you this. Never underestimate people, and don't sit there and get caught up about somebody loves you and all this other stuff, because there's a very thin line between love and hate. And for that split second, I was like, man, this person ain't going to do this to me. But when I felt the force of that van keep coming, I said, oh, yeah, this mother, well, you better get out of the way. And then that's a scary moment, because when somebody doesn't care for your life, like cutting brake lines and all that stuff like that, that's somebody
Wow.
wanting to put harm on you. So when you sit back and you get in your quiet moment, and this is where I had to ask for forgiveness and pray, there's something that gets stirred up in me that's like, yeah, bring it on, motherfucker, now. Because if you think that you're going to sit here and try to take my life, because I know who I am,
Yes.
oh, we about to really, like Lil Kim said, you want to bumble with the bee or rumble with the bee, whatever she says. Oh, I'm ready to come and bring it. But that that
Wait
type of
a minute.
that type of attitude is what gets me into trouble, and I'm just so you just let it go, in and out, just as quick as those thoughts
Look,
come in, let them go right on out. Mm.
Miss Callie is a rebel. Look at what she said.
Out of all of the pants, oh my goodness. Mm.
Bleach his clothes and cut the crotch on his pants.
I never tore up clothes. I wonder why women attack clothes. I wonder why women attack clothes, because guess what? You can go to the store and buy some more.
Well, I don't know. You have some men who are really into their shit, right? So that's probably, maybe they know that that's the one thing that their partner would be pissed off about, so they do that thing.
Well, I'm so thankful that only one time, actually, there were two times where something really triggered me, and I said, oh, this shit is going to stop right here now, and I'm completely done with you. One person took a Sharpie, because this was back in the day when we used to hang pictures on a wall. You know that
Mm-hmm.
song, Biggie, hanging pictures on my wall? I used to do that. And I saw somebody with a Sharpie marking up Mary J. Blige's face. I said, "Oh yeah, you won't come in here anymore. That's we done." And I all of the people that I have dated, and I think it's so crazy, they get jealous
uh,
over Mary J. Blige. Like, yeah, like I'm sitting here speaking to her, and she comes to my house and talks to me every day. You are so stupid that you get jealous over
that's
a
so
superstar.
psycho.
Yeah, they would used to get upset. One people threaten to break up my CDs and stuff, and you break up my CDs, I'm gonna break your face. That's how I used to speak to people. Like, don't play with my stuff for real.
Mm. Well, I tell you what my ex-husband did to me when I walked out on him. And I wasn't even really thinking about anything. I wasn't even trying to be vindictive or anything. I just left because I had enough. And the next thing I know, I went to buy something or do something, I don't know, and I had no money in my account. He wiped everything out.
I've heard of that
And that
before
was the
too.
account that we had, together. So,
You can
like,
get in
wow.
you can get in trouble for that kind of stuff.
Well, he didn't.
Yeah, you can't do that. That's a form of abuse, And I know a friend who actually was her husband would starve her.
Wow.
He would starve her. He would not give her any money so that when it came time for her to have her sanitary needs on a monthly basis, that would be um, compromised as well. That is some wicked level of abuse that is absolutely disgusting.
Yeah.
When
And
you,
I'll tell you what else. I lived in Virginia at the time. And so I left. I walked out. I didn't know anything about laws or anything like that. And I left for more than 30 days. Guess what? Guess who couldn't go back to her house? Her
oh,
house.
oh yeah, oh yeah,
Me.
oh
Me.
yeah. When you,
I
yeah,
had to be escorted with the police to go back to my house. I
mm,
was no longer
mm-hmm,
allowed back into my own house
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
after 30 days.
mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Here's
if you live in Virginia, don't leave your house for more than 30 days
if you live in
because you won't get back in there.
if you live in New Jersey, don't get married. Period. And if you do, you better sign a damn prenuptial agreement.
I'm
If you
telling you.
if you live in New York, they have some similar laws, so it's probably the same thing. You better make sure you get a prenuptial agreement.
And then Cali is common law, isn't it? After a while. California.
Pennsylvania is too.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
That's why don't be shacking up with people. If you have no intention on marrying anybody, all that shacking up and stuff like that, that can get you into
Mhm.
trouble depending on where you're doing that stuff at.
That is so wild. Absolutely wild.
And I got a problem with that because if you want to be lazy and not work for your stuff, don't come leeching off of anybody else. That is just ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you want to date or whatever and y'all have your own, that's one thing. But expecting somebody to take care of you when you ain't even taking care of yourself, that's a problem.
Yeah. Wow. Whew, I tell you, boy. People better start learning some laws these days because it ain't like it used to be when our parents were, married. Shit wasn't like that, but the rules change.
The way people act nowadays, I don't know why people are so quick to get married anyway. Like things have changed, times have changed, like so significant. Um, even 5 years ago, even 10 years ago, I don't even know why people are still signing up for this. I saw somebody on Facebook a couple weeks ago saying that he asked me to marry him, and I'm like, well, this is the same couple where this one was doing something behind this person's back, and
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. We'll see how that story ends.
Yeah. Do you think you would want to get married again, Larry?
Oh hell no, no, absolutely not.
But what you gonna do?
What am I gonna do?
Uh-huh.
What do you mean?
Well, if you say that you're not gonna, you know, live with anybody, so
Oh,
are
I
you
didn't
just
say
gonna like
I
stay
didn't say that
separate?
I didn't say I wouldn't live with anybody. I don't prefer it. I prefer things to be separate. But if it gets to that
Yeah.
point, that's fine. But it definitely will have some ground rules.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Almost like some prenup shit, huh?
Yeah, because definitely we have to have some major ground rules and levels of respect. But
Yeah, true.
when you meet somebody a second or a third time around, it's like my friend Eugenia says, you're not going to have the same issues because after you've gone through so many things, now you know how to pick people. You don't just let anybody come in your life and run amok.
Very good. Yeah, that's very true. Very true.
Insecure,
You're a lot more discerning.
yeah, insecure people, people who don't know who they just basically settle for whatever comes along. And let me tell you, I was such an insecure so and so that I'm not even going to repeat the words that I would call my former self, that I would basically settle for anything
Uh-huh.
because you get so, you don't want to wait. Like you have to wait. Things just don't come. And the first thing that comes along because you don't want to wait, you go ahead and invite it home. And, sometimes when you get those pests inside of your environment, it's hard to get them out.
Yeah. Do you have deal breakers?
I used to have all kinds of stuff like, oh my God, you can't do this. You have to have your own car. You got to have your own place. And because I had all of those things, it was hard for me to find people. So again, when the first person came along, I was like, well, they don't have their own car. That's okay. I can just go and pick them up. And then all of a sudden you get tired of that. Then it was like, oh, this person doesn't have their own place, but I got mine. So, and then it started with that type of stuff. So, yeah, there are some deal breakers.
I haven't had any conversations with anybody because, like I said, I haven't been dating. But I think if I were to start dating again, just in a conversation, the other person wouldn't even know that, I'm fishing for the deal
Mm-hmm.
breaker things. But if they're deal breakers, then that's like one way to eliminate. Like, okay, well, obviously he ain't it. So, you know what I mean?
Here's the
I
deal.
just have some things that are deal breakers with me, and that's that.
The first
Like,
one,
I'm
first
not
one that I got.
changing.
Yeah, first one that I got that I should have stuck with, and I just didn't. I went back and forth. If you still talk to your ex, you're not the one for me because I'm
Mhm.
not the one reaching out and speaking to mine. So we're not going to have that going back and forth
Mhm.
because, like we just talked about, certain people will always have a special place in your heart. I know I got an individual that will always have a special place in my heart. And because of that, I can't be around that person, period. Because emotions will start to stir up and things could get taken to another level. And then here we go. We didn't learn our lesson. We're going back,
Mhm.
repeating the same things over and over and over again. So
Mhm.
if you're the type of person that says, oh, they didn't do anything wrong to me, I can still be friends with my ex. We're okay. They got somebody. Now I got you. They're not worried about me. Yeah, all right. Have you a couple
Mhm.
have you a couple drinks and be sitting around with your ex. One of y'all gonna start reminiscing. And that's cool
Mhm.
too. It may not be both of you. But what you gonna do when somebody makes a move on you and you're a little, twisted, feeling a certain way? Hmm, I don't know about that.
Well, to be transparent, and this was after I got my divorce. I was dating this guy, and he's still my best friend now. I just love him to death. We get along so well. But he doing some work in my neighborhood. This was some years back, and we had already stopped dating at this point. And he wasn't in a relationship, but we stopped dating. And I said, hey, you tired? You can come over to the house if you want, since you're in the area working. You don't have to go all the way back to
Hmm.
your house. He's like, he called me Cupcake. He said, okay, Cupcake, that sounds good. You want me to bring anything by to eat or whatever, yada, yada, yada.
Hmm.
But um, we slept in the bed together and he didn't do anything. I said, I'm not having sex with you. And he's like, okay. And we slept.
That's funny.
We cuddled, but we didn't have sex though. And we are still buddies to this day. He
I
calls me all the time.
I bet you are, aren't you? No.
No, because he'll tell me about his girlfriends or, whatever, or he's not in a relationship or whatever. But he's probably one of the only guys that I actually have that relationship with, it is the best in the world.
I'm still caught up on you both were in the same bed and nothing happened.
Nothing happened, I swear. Nothing
I'm,
happened at all.
I'm cracking
Nothing.
up on the inside because that is nothing but a challenge for me. Like, I really wish that somebody would say, yeah, we're just going to sit here and cuddle and nothing's going to happen. Okay, I got you.
Well, he respected me, that's for sure. That's
Oh,
probably why we're buddies.
it will be all respect. There will be nothing disrespectful going on at all. But I will tell you one thing, after a while, somebody's going to give in. I know
Yeah.
that much.
Now, don't think you don't call me sometimes talking about when you going to, and I'm like, I'm not playing with you, boy. You don't leave me alone.
Oh my goodness. That
But I
sounds,
love him enough, so he's my buddy.
that's good.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's probably why I have so many issues. because
Why?
because I just don't know how to control certain things. But
Well, I'm
that's
kind of
okay.
a quirky person, so maybe that's just my quirky personality or something.
Could be.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, what do you want to leave us with tonight? I can't believe it's 11 already.
Are you serious? Wow.
Mm-hmm.
I
Time
have
goes
such
by.
a great time when I'm on the show.
Thank you. I do too. I love it. We just catch up, and it's like we just had this conversation yesterday. We
Yeah.
pick up right where we left off, you know?
Yeah. All I have to say is people out there in social media land, don't take too much serious, you know. Just go with your gut instinct, go with your feelings, because you know something in your body will trigger a feeling if you feel good or if you feel bad or you don't trust something. And I just say go with it. Don't
Mm-hmm.
second guess it. You know, just don't second guess it. Just go with your feeling and take it from there. Whatever the case may be, I have no idea. But
Ain't,
just don't, give it too much energy.
ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
When you find out, you better listen to that voice. don't. I'm
Yeah.
telling you,
Seriously.
so many things. I was like, oh my God, you saw it there. You saw it there. Don't you remember this happened? Don't you remember that happened? You just didn't even listen. Now
Yeah.
look at the situation. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
definitely.
Yeah. But that's all I have for tonight, love.
Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you, darling.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
All righty. Good
All
night,
right.
everybody.
Good night. Good night. So, Miss Bethany says, I slept in the same twin bed with my ex. We had our clothes on, and he had a roommate. That sounds like even more of a challenge. Like, how can we make this thing happen without the roommate knowing what's going on? Oh my goodness. I cracked myself up. Thank you so much, Miss SOS, for joining tonight. I appreciate that. So now, if you would like to support the 411 podcast and Reading Between the Wines, go ahead and click that link above all of my social media platforms and go inside of Shop Black Diamond. Right now, you can get 15% off of everything inside of Shop Black Diamond. Anything that you purchase there will help support the 411 podcast and Reading Between the Wines. So now, I have a very special announcement to make when it comes to Black Diamond. In maybe about 2 weeks, I have a special announcement of a new business venture that I'm getting ready to partake in. We're taking Black Diamond to a different level. And let's just say it is going to make your nighttime experience smell a little bit more pleasant. It could even be your daytime experience. Love is in the air. Black Diamond's going to give you something very special to help get your senses together. So I'm very excited about this new business venture that I have coming up, and a lot of things are coming, and I'm excited. I am happy to announce that the next extension of my book is finally complete. So we have a new book coming real soon, and it's real nice. I'm really proud of. For the first time, I would say I'm really proud of myself, and it's hard sometimes to, you know, love on yourself that type of way. But I'm so excited for what this new project is going to give to other people. So what we do here on the 4-1 podcast every single night, this new project, you'll be able to take it with you. And can't wait, coming real soon. So thank you so much. And of course, I have to thank each and every one of you out there. And I want to thank my executive producer, my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ, for allowing me to come out here and give you all the 4-1 podcast one more time in life. I absolutely love it. And I love each and every one of you out there, people on Facebook, Instagram. Thank you so much for holding me down tonight. People out there on TikTok, I still see some of you out there. YouTube, Twitter, D Live, Twitch. Thank you so much. So now, here's the message that I have to give for you tonight. So I know it's hard. It's not easy with some of these things that we try to do. You're trying to find your way. You know, I'm still trying to find my way. This is life. This is a journey. I get it. But sometimes I sit back and think, man, what would happen if you just basically give up? You turn back around and you go back to the comfortable life, right? Because that's what your mind and your body is used to. The way that you've been doing things is just so comfortable. Like, what would that be like? Would you really, be, fulfilled by working for this specific company, doing this specific job, whatever it might be? That same thing that you don't like and why you're running away from it, what would you do if you just turned around and went right on back to it because it was just so comfortable? So I know it gets hard. So for people out there who absolutely want change in their life and you don't want to continue to live and be the same way that you were, you don't have to. It's not about what your family thinks. You be your own person. You move on in your own direction. Yeah, you're going to get the looks. People are going to say something. Can you believe that she's doing this? Can you believe that he's doing that? Oh, look what he's doing this time around. Who does this person think that they are? Whatever. It's all going to happen. It's all going to happen. Just be thankful that somebody talking about you in some type of way, right? You must be doing something that somebody even takes that time and energy to sit there and part their mouth to say something about you, good, bad, or indifferent. But while you're on this journey, keep on going. Keep knocking at that door. You know what the good book says about keep knocking and knocking and knocking. Just keep knocking on that door, and eventually one of them is going to be open. And if this person doesn't like what you're doing, okay, cool, great. But the next one might. And if that one doesn't like it, then the next one over there might. Don't worry about what anybody has to say. Be your own person. Stay in your own lane. Don't worry about what they got going on over there. Keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. What would happen if you turn back? You can if you want to. Turn back if you want to, but you'll never know what you can have on the other end if you turn back. So we got to keep on going, 411 listeners. We got to keep rocking. We got to keep moving on. We can't turn back because we'll never know. We already know what's on the other side. We already know. We already know what's in our heart, what's in our mind. That's what we have to keep striving for. When you turn back, you're turning back on all of your dreams, all of your hopes, all of your wishes, everything. We don't have time to turn back. I'll see you tomorrow night, tonight. I'll see you tomorrow night, right here, 10 o'clock, 411 podcast. Thank you so much to everybody out there. SOS, Bethany, The Dark Knight. I'm trying to remember everybody out there. SOS. Thank you so much. Mary out there on TikTok, thank you for hanging in there. I'll see you tomorrow night at 10 o'clock. Will, Neek from Coral Nails, thank you so much. Shopcoral.com. Take care, y'all. Good night. Good night, y'all.